Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about how to get all of the volume of creatives you need to into Facebook and Instagram in order to really test well with the algorithm. This is something that's tough. I remember whenever I first started realizing how powerful just getting new stuff into an account was. I was splicing up videos in iMovie myself that were terrible quality now looking back. We built a whole department around this because of the power that we saw in creatives a few years back. We have 2 full-time editors and a creative strategist, and we still sometimes don't have the bandwidth to really move as fast as we need to. I mean, sometimes in accounts, the algorithm can eat through creatives in a day or two. And so if you're doing that on different layers of prospecting and retargeting, it can get overwhelming. And so there's a couple of things, actually there's 4 things that we do to kind of hack this, and they really work well. So you don't always have to have the super professional video cut for every single creative. And I'm gonna share 4 ways that we move around this and still get those creatives into the account that we need. Number 1, we relaunch creatives. So we look back even 24 months and we see what are the top creatives from the past, and then we relaunch those even as post IDs so that we get all of that social proof and just retry those creatives out. Usually creatives kind of have a curve of performance, so perhaps we pause them out whenever they were on that downward curve. But if you haven't run them in a few months, go ahead and try to rerun them. So that's number 1. Number 2 is to do that, but mix and match with copy. So either take your top performing copy now and mix and match with those, historically top performing videos, carousel statics, or write new copy so that you have, brand new ideas in front of your users, but with the same videos. I think this is one of the number 1 things I see advertisers skip over is that copy matters. It really matters. If you had talked to us 2 to 3 years ago, we didn't even realize how much it mattered. It matters so much. So don't underestimate the power of changing up your ad copy and your headlines. So that's number 2. Number 3 is actually my favorite right now because we recently had a ton of success with it. And that is scouring through the organic content feeds on Instagram and TikTok. Those are our 2 favorites for this, and seeing what had a lot of engagement and pulling that in as an ad. A lot of our clients spend a ton of money on designers and videos and influencers, and they don't make the connection between that and paid. A lot of times it's a different team internally managing the organic side and the paid side, so they don't really talk very well. And recently we pulled in, especially one video made a big difference for one of our clients, and we over doubled ROAS in the entire account. Just from one video pulling it in, it just happened to hit super well. And we saw on the organic side beforehand that it was hitting really well. So we thought, okay, let's try this. There's 2 ways that you can do it. Basically, if the post already has a call to action on it, you can just pull it in as a post ID. But if it doesn't, it's okay. You can just download that asset. Usually we pair it with either the copy that was on it originally, or we pair it with top performing copy, depending on what the copy looks like, if it translates well into an ad. But this can drive huge results, as we've seen very recently, and it is almost 0 effort. So it's incredible. Look through your organic feeds or your clients' organic feeds, see if there's anything in there that you can pull in. Number 4 is with relaunching, and there's 2 other ways to relaunch that we use. One of them is just relaunching what's working best in the account. And yes, maybe it's not working as well as you would like, but if you just relaunch, sometimes you can actually get a little bit of a spike in performance, which is nice. And then the second thing is things that haven't worked well in the past, in the last 30 to 60 days, new things that you've created, go ahead and relaunch a couple of times and see if you can get a little bit more social proof behind them. A lot of times we see that it takes a while for new ads to build enough social proof to really compete against what's working best and to start getting that premium inventory. So if you launch something 2 to 3 times, occasionally something will just take off suddenly. So go ahead and try that. Those are our 4 ways. If there's ways that you use to kind of hack this whole getting a ton of content into Facebook and Instagram, I would love to hear about it.